Dieter, thanks for taking the time and sitting down with me. I really appreciate it in your busy schedule.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Okay. We're here at the ESA annual meeting in Riga, all the way in Latvia.
Yeah.
Why is it so critical for you and your company to come here to the ESA meeting?
Yeah. Well, many years ago, someone took me to Brno, the Czech Republic.
Okay.
And I had the chance to go to the very spot that Gregor Mendel did his experiments, the laws of inheritance. And I always remember that. And I'm aware of the fact that Europe has, of course, a long tradition in plant breeding. We know that. You can say in a way that plant breeding is in the DNA of the scientific community.
That's a good one.
If I could emphasize it. Yeah. So our company developed software solution for plant breeders.
Okay.
And plant breeding is so important in the European Union as an industry, scientific endeavor. So we want to be really part of that. Yeah. We recognize the role that scientists in Europe have played in plant breeding.
So Dieter, that's really great. Can you share with me what is really the number one thing that you're taking away from the ESA annual meeting?
That's a hard question because there's so many good things, but probably the number one is talking with prospective clients who have a need of software to empower their breeding research. Yeah. And especially when I'm talking to a breeder, I get quite animated because I also am a breeder. So we have a really good discussion. So that's probably the number one thing. Because the ultimate goal is to strengthen and empower breeders within Europe. So that's number one thing, I think.
Yeah, great. Dieter, you're attending the annual meeting in Riga, and would you say that attending this meeting has become more or less important for your organizational structure?
So attending the ESA meeting every year becomes even more important because we see the amount of research keeps increasing. More companies are forming. Eastern Europe is becoming more modernized in a lot of respects. So the ESA meeting really is a key place for us to come to realize the growth as a company.
So Dieter, we've seen growing numbers of international participants from outside Europe to the ESA annual meeting. Why do you think it is that this ESA meeting is drawing so much more international participants?
Well, there's reasons at a number of levels. Number one, if you're a global company, obviously Europe is part of the whole breeding endeavor, so you need to be there. Yeah. Number two, if you want to tap into understanding where the market is moving, technology are changing, patents, legal things, all that stuff, ESA really is a great place to really get the pulse on that. And I think another one is you have to think outside of the box. Usually you think, well, we're going to go and see about new clients and that, but what about strategic alliances? What about new things you've never ever thought of before? So I think it's the innovation, the forward thinking among European scientists, people in the seed trade together, that's important. So to come to the ESA meeting and to dialogue and find out what's going on, I think it's important. It's kind of like market intelligence. You don't want you don't want to be left behind. All those things are part of it. So for networking, collaboration, it's just an ideal venue. I think, and then I think the final point is that no matter what you're doing in breeding, all the European breeders, all the research being done is part of the global picture. It doesn't make sense to exclude that. Even if you're in China, India, wherever, what happens in Europe will have an impact everywhere else because we're living in the global village, right? As some have written. So
very much so.
I think you just need to be part of it. You will be losing out if you're not. Yeah. We come from Canada, and every time we get enriched a lot. So.
Great, excellent. Thank you, Dieter.
Most welcome.
Okay.